Hello, YouTube. What is going on, everyone watching? My name is Dro, Stoic Dro. It's funny saying that because I'm not used to saying that, you know what I'm saying? But it's getting more comfortable as we go. I don't know what I'm going to talk to you about in this very moment. I asked God, I asked creation, I asked the universe to help me understand what it is that it wants me to relay in this message. And I kind of found a spot, and it's kind of off the highway and it's kind of quiet, so I was like, maybe let me just go for it. I decided also I'd be smoking my J here as well. That way you can see that I'm not perfect. I am far from perfect. I just try to strive to be the best version of myself every single day. And sometimes every single day, we don't do nearly as well as we want to do, but we also hyperfixate and focus on the fact that, you didn't do everything you wanted to do today, but at the same time, you also did a lot. Maybe you got your workout in, or maybe you prepped your meals for the day. Maybe you got a yoga session in, maybe you got a walk in, maybe you know what I'm saying? Like, you did things in the day that still benefited you in the best way possible. And a lot of the time I feel like us as people, we forget to think about that. So for me, smoking weed has definitely been the hardest vice in my entire life to quit. I'll go back to it and then I'll stop, and then I'll go back to it and then I'll stop. And for me, I think the reason it's hard to quit is just for the simple fact that I don't just smoke and chill as much as I used to, like after work type of thing. You just want to relax. It's kind of the same thing if you were to say having a cigarette after during your break, or after work you have a beer. It's all one and the same realistically. But anyways, for me, I love to exercise while I'm high. I love to meditate while I'm high. I like to journal. I like to make the music that I make, that I haven't shown you all, but I will eventually. I haven't gotten around to it. Of course, judgment is in the back of my mind of like, what will people think of me for making this type of content? And of course, the answer is, fuck what anybody thinks. Just fucking put it out there, and whatever the fuck happens, happens. Excuse my language. When I get passionate, sometimes it comes out, you know what I mean? So, weed for me has definitely been the hardest one to quit. I've tried a lot of other things. And it's funny growing up that we're kind of like told to like, this is bad, this is bad, this is good, this is bad, this is good. I'm grateful for all the experiences that I've had with all the so-called drugs or so-called substances or whatever you want to call them in my life that I've tried, because it's allowed me to understand, honestly, the mind of an addict. Because I would consider myself an addict. I'll say it on camera. I don't give a fuck. At least for weed, right? But who isn't one, right? Like, if it's not food, maybe if it's not food, it's Netflix. If it's not Netflix, maybe it's sex. Maybe it's alcohol every single night after work. If it's not that, so everyone's got their thing. So I don't feel bad. I think the most important thing is to actively just try to be better and be honest with ourselves. I try to be as honest with myself as possible. And if maybe I only smoke a joint a day, I still try and give myself credit. Like, okay, it could have been worse, right? Or half of a joint in a day. No, can't let it go out. Getting ahead of myself, but be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. So patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Show yourself so much grace. That's something I've been doing a lot in my life. It's been helping me a lot. Affirmations every day. I mean, I will eventually I will eventually make a video specifically just affirmations that I tell myself with my voice, and maybe some like nice, cool, chill background music. I don't know yet. But I've been thinking about that. Let the joint go out because I'm over here fucking blabbering on and shit. I don't know about what, but anyways, shoot. Like I done told y'all, give yourself grace. Because the reality is, think about this. When was the last time that you thought about the progress that you've made in an entire year, right? So like 2024 you versus you right now. How much progress have you made? And when I say progress, I'm not talking about materialistic progress. I need you to get that out of your mind. And I know it's hard because everybody around you is constantly reminding you like, hey, you need to have this, and this by this time, this age. You know, you got to have this by this point, and house and car and career and this and that. And I mean, you've heard it a million times, right? From other content creators. And it's the truth though. You don't have to focus so much on materialism. If anything, do the opposite. Stop fucking caring. It's easy to say stop caring, let go, let the universe do its thing. It's easy to say that. It's not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's necessarily hard to do. I would say more so you just get better at it the more that you put the reps in, right? So like, I used to almost be 300 pounds. I was 265 pounds at my heaviest. I'm 5'8". I'm not a tall guy. Stopped exercising for multiple years. And at that point, I just kept eating and smoking and playing my video games, which ain't nothing wrong with eating, smoking, or playing video games necessarily in moderation, okay? But at some point, you know, gotta upgrade. Do things that really are benefiting you, unless like the video games are somehow really good for whatever other brain skills. I don't even know where I'm going with that. I'm kind of jumping around everywhere. I know you can tell it's, you know, the weed plus just me being me. Stop giving a fuck. Put the reps in. Try. So really pay attention to your day-to-day life. Pay so close attention that you're going to have people that test you, right? You're going to have people that, you know, maybe they want to borrow something from you. Maybe they need a favor from you. Maybe this, maybe that. And it's taking away from you, right? You're pouring into someone else's cup and you're not getting anything really back in return necessarily that really is like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you, right? That's okay though. Like, stop caring. Everything's okay. Think about it like this. The more you do, the more you benefit, right? Think about yourself as like a video game character in the sense of the more work you do, the more you benefit. The more you do things for others, in the sense of you don't mind doing things for others as long as they're not taking advantage of you, of course, and drawing the line in the sand and letting them know like, hey, I don't mind doing things for you, but I also need my me time. And, you know, I already had said things scheduled, you know, if you have something scheduled in that day, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with this, guys. Put the reps in. When you have those moments where the universe, God, source, whichever one is your fancy, they're all one and the same in my opinion, when it is bringing you that test of patience, when it is bringing you that test of you having to use your discernment, right? Be so present in the present. That's why God, that's why the universe, source, gives you that gift every single day. The present moment is the gift. You're supposed to be present, focused on the present, focused on this moment right now, not focused on tomorrow because it does not exist. And yesterday doesn't exist either because it already has passed. I don't know why I started to talk like that, but anyways, one of my alter egos was coming out, you know, kind of like the movie Split. I feel like I have like different versions of myself where I start talking in different, and I start talking with like the country accent, or like I could Dro typically is like very like kind of like Dallas, Texas vibe type shit, you know. I don't even know if you know, but if you know, you know. And then I've got like the Cuban side of me, you know what I'm saying, like the El Guanito, you know what I'm saying. But let go, right? It was really hard for me to do that, just to, you know, just go with the flow every single moment, every single day, every single second. Just do that, man. Like man, woman, boy, girl, whatever you want to say. But just do that. Just let go. Practice it every day. Put the reps in. When you have that moment in the day when your patience is being tested, succeed. You know? And it's all about the journey, right? It's not about the destination, because when you get to the destination, it's kind of boring. You went through all the hard work. You went through those years of like nobody knowing what's going on in terms of the day-to-day, how much work you put in, this, that, the other, until you're finally up on cloud 9, and you know everybody believes in you at that point, right? So just let go. Show yourself grace. Take it easy. Know that God, the universe, source, everything is working out in your favor every single moment, every single day, every single second. And whether or not you believe that to be genuinely true, hey, the placebo effect is a thing. And all I'm saying is, if something like that can exist, which then turns out we're talking about belief, we're talking about faith, being that you have such a belief, I call it positively delusional, being so positive in the delusion that you make it happen through the effort that you do on a day-to-day basis, but it's not effort that is, what's the word? I have it. Extenuating. You're not going out of your way to, like, you're not working hard, okay? You're working smart. You're not working super hard. You're relaxed. You're chill. Everything's good. Everything's great. Everything's gravy. I take that last part back. Forgot about that. My bad. Anyways, don't worry about it if you don't know. It's all good. Anyways, but I am at this point just letting go, going with the flow, being graceful with myself, and putting in the reps every single day. And knowing that every single day that God, universe, source gives me, not gives me, but gives me the honor of, right? I can't think of the word right now. I have it on the tip of my tongue, but I can't. Anyways, you get the gist, guys and gals. You get the gist. Just go ahead and let go. Know that everything is working out in your favor, even when it's not. And the thing about it is, a lot of the times you'll be put in a season where a lot of things are going supposedly in your definition wrong, but in reality it's making way for all of the things that are going to enter into your life that are going to make you happier in the long run anyways. So remember, again, it's about the journey, not the destination. So just enjoy the journey every single day that you get, because it is a blessing. Genuinely, it is. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. It's been your boy Stoic Dro. Love you guys. Love all of y'all. Hopefully this message reaches whoever it needs to reach, and I'm gonna try my best to quit this. So yeah.